Hey everyone, so we're going to go back in time. We're going to review the Spider-Man Classic, Spider-Man 2099. This was a Kaybee Toys exclusive. I finally have picked him up again. I used to have him many years ago, and just before doing videos, just sold him. And I regretted it since, and I finally, over about 2 months ago, I picked him up off eBay, kind of in sections. I picked up the figure first. The guy said the joints were really in great shape, and they are. Especially for the age, and then I found the base there on eBay also for a pretty decent deal. Usually it's hard to find the base. There is one on eBay right now. It's a pretty reasonable price. I believe it's $35, and it comes with Spider-Man 2099 and the base. He's super expensive packaged, but anyway, we'll go ahead and check out the details of the base, and we'll get into the figure, and I'll do some awesome comparisons at the end. All right, so checking out the base. Toybiz always did an amazing job on the bases. They did this even with the Marvel Legends after they stopped with the Spider-Man Classic. This is really cool to look at these figures because this is what kick-started the Marvel Legends line. But anyway, it's a brick wall. You can see a nice black wash. There's chips and holes in it and cracks. But it's got these two pegs here. This one did not come with the little. There was actually a little clear little stand that would peg in there, and it kind of had a little waist clamp, and it would kind of go around the figure to help hold them. But it does have the peg holes here for the feet. It says Spidey was here, and neon green spray paint. You get part of a pipe, the drill holes. I mean, it's really cool. It's just a cool base. And then on the back here, you can see it says 2001 Marvel Entertainment, made in China. But these are the Toybiz ones. And then you have the thumbtack that can slide in here, so you can mount this guy on the wall. That's crazy. 2001. Jeez. It's weird to think how old this figure is now. But yeah, it is a Kaybee Toys exclusive, but we're going to get into the figure. All right, so checking out Spider-Man 2099 up close. Yes, it's definitely going to show its age, but man, I still love this figure. It just brings back memories. This came out when I was in high school, and I just remember actually seeing these, getting him in high school when I actually, you guys are going to laugh, my first job when I was 16, I worked at Kaybee Toys, and that was right around when these guys started coming out. And so the ones at my store never even hit the floor. I ended up actually purchasing them, but I never opened mine. So that's why a lot of them I regret ever getting rid of. But anyway, I'm just going to keep talking. We'll go ahead and check out the head sculpt here. It is just a round head. It does have a little blemish in the paint here, but it just has this all kind of sprayed on there. But it does have the black wash on the side, especially on this side. You can see a better deal of it. But overall, it's pretty straightforward, in the center. But it's just a very plain head. There's no ear sculpts then. It's got the spider logo right here on the front. It does have the little black wash spray like up on the chest here, but it's a nice clean paint job. And coming down the arms, just the red line goes all the way down to the hands. And look, no pegs. They're ahead of their time. But also no bicep swivel. Continues down the side here. And then otherwise it's just got more of that black spray on the thighs and on the waist area and going all throughout the legs just to give it some more depth. And the cape itself, the webbing, is fabric, but it's just got the nice print on there. You'll see a lot of these missing the cape, but I think this looks so cool. I like when they did fabric. It's not fraying or anything too bad, which is nice. It looks good. And it lays pretty flat too. If you look, it's not bumping out or anything like that. It's not too bad. It's a pretty thin material, which is nice. But ignore with the articulation. So his head looks left and right, and it's kind of more on the ball peg. There's actually two joints, one up in the neck and one at the bottom of the neck. It does have, you can rotate all the way around. It moves out. No bicep swivel like I was saying, but double jointed elbows. This was all new too. Seeing this many joints on a figure is like amazing. It's got an upper forearm swivel there. He also has finger articulation to do the flipping sign, and he also can go up and down on the wrist. Not really an ab crunch, but he's got a ball joint, so he can rock all the way around, arch back, forward. Does have the waist swivel, kicks up. He does have the upper thigh swivel, spreads all the way. Does have double jointed knees again. See, it's nice and tight joints. A lot of these guys, the knees get real loose. No pegs. Does have a boot swivel. Ankles move down, they move up. No ankle rockers there. You got toe articulation, of course. Peg holds the bottom of the feet. So I'll go and show you guys how tall Spider-Man 2099 is. What's crazy too, as I get the tape measure out, we'll show you guys, is how much this guy has gone up in value now, especially in the package. He's a little under 6 inches tall. It's like $400, $350, which is crazy. And the comic he came with was like, is considered now a variant. I don't know a lot about comics. Here's the first comparison. Here's the Hasbro more current, I believe it's the Ultimate Hobgoblin wave. Excuse me, Spider-Man 2099, and this is the old Hasbro Spider-Man Origins 2099 figure. He's missing his cape. This is a terrible figure. Don't ever buy this one. Just awful. Just, that's all I can say. Neat that it's got some cool paint apps, I guess, in a sense. Terrible articulation. No ankle joints, no even ball joints in the hips to even make the legs. He's very stagnant with that kind of a pose. But what I was saying is like that comic that his Spider-Man 29 came with from Toybiz is expensive. It's really expensive. I would never would have thought that. Here is also from the same Spider-Man Classics, just the classic Spider-Man. Here's his counterpart. This was also a Kaybee Toys exclusive. This is the Spider-Man Classics Scarlet Spider-Man, which is a really cool figure. Very outdated now too. And here is the Spider-Man Classics symbiote suit Spider-Man. You can see they all four of these guys share the same body mold. And this is also one of my favorites. This is Spider-Man Classics, the more battle ravaged Spider-Man. Very cool looking figure. But I liked these Spider-Man. I just love all these. I mean, just because of the nostalgia behind them, because this is what I remember as, a kid. But seeing the progression and kind of seeing where Marvel Legends got their start, right? If it wasn't for these figures, Marvel Legends probably may have never been made or taken a lot longer to be made. But just the high amounts of articulation action figures, this is kind of what kicked it off from Toybiz. But anyway, I think this is an awesome figure. If you don't have any of the Spider-Man Classics, it's definitely worth picking them up if you can. Some of these are still reasonably priced. Especially the black suit. Hasbro had reused this black suit several times in the Origins series with that awful Spider-Man 2099. And also you can usually find this Spider-Man pretty reasonable, still in the teens, even in the package, still in the low 30s. So definitely worth checking them out, especially if you don't have any. I think it's worth picking up at least one to add to your collection, just to have an old Spider-Man Classic Toybiz figure. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't. Take care. And let me know if you guys remember these figures in stores too.